Hey, what's the haps, all you hip dogs and cats? You guys remember Earth Mode Dion? Well, today we're going to be taking a look at his brother. And this is also another product from Jiefang. He is known just as CA141, and I believe that is the name of this particular truck. And by the way, this group does an amazing job with the fold-up panel gimmicks. Dion had it too on his legs on the truck bed over here. They were really really nicely implemented. And this guy basically continues that trend. And he's a really great bot, except for one thing, and that is the way he holds his hammer. He can't hold the hammer with the face forward. He has to like tilt the wrist basically to do that, and it's just very awkward. And also, it just doesn't really fit. I mean, it fits in there well, but not in the way that you would like it. You kind of have to like jam it in there. So that's the only thing that I really kind of dislike about this guy. Other than that, dude, he's great. Love this. Who doesn't love that, right? Nice ratchets. This is nicely filled out. Not too many hollow spaces. They do what they can actually to hide this type of stuff. But oh, one other critique I would say. I do wish the toes were a little bit tighter, the tolerances, just because, I mean, he doesn't have issues standing, but the weight is kind of coming forward, especially when he has the hammer, and there aren't any issues right now, but yeah, see how he kind of like lurched forward? That's the only thing that I wish was a little bit more improved beyond what I said about the hammer, but he's a good-looking bot, and I had previewed this guy with the channel members from the Orchard, and look at his dome, dude. And channel member Grombom had basically said, let's call him Slimhead because he looks like a slim bulkhead, right? And I totally vibe with that. By the way, look at that. Isn't that cool, dude? He got a little like hammer emblem on his waist. I also said he looked like Beachcomber, but like a military Beachcomber, right? If you see the face with the battle mask. And so I was thinking of calling him Beach Stormer, like you know, when they stormed the beaches of Normandy and stuff. Like it's Beachcomber, but it's in times of war. I don't know, man. I thought it was a pretty cool name. Anyway, he has basic articulation, but this doesn't even do a full 90. That's too bad because I feel like they could have built it in if they wanted, with a little bit more clearance over here, but that's about all he gets. And range of motion in the leg also not the deepest of bends, but I think it's fully acceptable. The aesthetics on this guy are like really clean. I mean, look at the way the ribs look over here too, right? Lots of great design, even within the sculpt. Look at that, dude. That's so cool, man. I love when they put engraving on the inside. This over here as well. It just makes it like look more premium. You know what I mean? They didn't have to do all that, but because no one's ever gonna see it. You know what I mean? But that pride, that sense of pride that they have. No, it's good. It's good. The back is pretty plain, but at the same time, it still has some details over there. I mean, they honestly could have just done nothing, and it would have not affected the character at all. But kudos to these guys. Kudos to these guys. Slight bit of asymmetry over here, but not bad. Anyway, I've been giving you a quick tour of the figure, and so why don't we get to everyone's favorite part? Well, maybe it's not everyone's, but it's my favorite part, and that's the transformation, Mason. Let's do it.
Hey, what's up, team? Taking a quick break from the action. Just want to let you know that this toy review is brought to you by AliExpress. Many great toys like the one you see in this video can be purchased from their site, and during this promotional period, you can utilize the code on the screen to reap all the benefits of the current campaign. And if you'd like to purchase this product, the link can be found in the description and also a pinned comment. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Thank you so much, Ali.
Alrighty, so let's get him transformed, and we can start by popping in the head. Just like that. Easy peasy, right? The transformation actually is pretty easy. You know what I just realized? This green reminds me of Zentradi green from Macross Robotech. Very militaristic. So we're going to pop this. Oh, you know what? One thing. This tire is kind of like a locking mechanism. If you want the full range and you want to be able to open this, you have to pull out the tire and swing it outward like that. And once you do that, then you can open this as far as possible, yeah? And then you'll just resituate it, and it has a tab slot to help it lock in place later, but you're just going to do that. And then from here, you're going to fold this up, and you are going to push this foot in, and then this area just kind of push down with your thumb until you can fully get this recessed, because the thigh has to be able to sit inside there. Also, when you're folding this up, there are two, there are two hinge joints. This is the spin hinge for this, and this is the knee joint. And so just make sure that you fold it on the right one. So we'll do the same thing over here. As Emgo would say, second verse, same as the primero, the first. Dude, primero. I'm trying to say it with a Spanish accent. You know what Spanish word I can't say? Rodrigo. Rodrigo. I can say it slowly, but not fast. My homies can roll that. Rodrigo. I can't do that. Anyway, they can. Yeah, the Spanish rolling R. Always found it difficult. All right, so cool. We have this all set up, right? And the waist, we'll do a spin. Love that. You hear that? That sounds good. And then we'll just kind of fold. One other part. This part, the kneecap. You're going to fold those in. Forgot about that. It's the little things, you know. So you're just going to bend all of that back until it sits like so. And do the same for the other side. And then you can just kind of tab the two halves together, Heather. Just make sure that's all aligned. And you can push this down. And then after you've done that, you can pull this out. And then move the tire in position and lock it in place, ace. There we go. Nice and secure, Madur. And this is kind of cool because it almost looks like they're working on the engine. Hey, why aren't you staying tabbed in, buddy? This should... Either I've done something wrong. Whatever. But yeah, you bring this down and it will sit like that. You know, there is a tab slot right there, a very, very small tab. And like it looks like it's supposed to sit right there, but I can't quite get it to sit flush. Huh. I mean, it looks like it's sitting flush. I just don't like the fact that it's not fully tabbed in. I don't know if I did something wrong, but well, anyway, either way, we'll have to figure it out as we go. The arms, you are going to spin. And then you're going to push them all the way up here. This you're going to fold down. Yeah, you're just going to do that. And for now, we'll just kind of leave that like that, and we'll worry about it later. This, you're going to fold this out. You're going to unfold this. You're going to do all of that. Like I said, they got a strong panel game, dude. And then everything just kind of tabs in. That tabs in over there. That tabs in over here. These are going to tab into the sides. And then this is going to tab in to the back. And that's going to hold everything in place. Once you hear that snap, there you go. There you go. From here, you can once again position the arms. This tire, you need to rock down on this double hinge like that. And then what you're going to do is, you see those two tabs? Those are going to tab into the cab. Oh, yeah, look at that. The door opens. Neat, huh? Get that lined up. It's all in there. That's all lined up. This is hinged down. Then what we're going to do is the arms, you're just going to fold the little fists in. But you're going to push this all the way in so that this can line up with that. This tire, the black piece, has a tab and slot, like a teeth mechanism. Those things that are going to tab in under the truck bed. Then make sure that this is all the way closed. And that pretty much is the Jiefang CA141. Really cool, man. I love the fact that they provide opening doors. I mean, granted, it doesn't open all the way. And inside is a foot, and you can't do anything with that space. But nonetheless, like in an angle like this, that's kind of cool, man. And the fact that, you know, sometimes trucks, they do this thing to get the servicing over there. So I think that's kind of cool. And then you can do like this thing to make it look like you're working on the hood or working under the hood, so to speak. I think that's really cool, dude. I mean, granted, from a logical, rational perspective, yeah, you wouldn't be able to get any clearance and do any work in there, but it looks cool, man. Like that, right? Something. Pretty neat. The hammer, unfortunately, doesn't have any storage. It would have been cool if it turned into like a turret or something like that you can attach over here. That would have been sick, right? Like that. Yeah, I think that would have been sick. But unfortunately, yeah, the hammer is pretty useless, even in bot mode. And there's only one tank over here. And I do think it tabs into the side of the chest. Yeah, there you go. He does not have one on the other side, and it's very intentional like that, so I suppose that's the way the actual vehicle looks. But you do see more of that robot kibble kind of underneath. But for what it's worth, man, he cleans up pretty well, and these can actually tab in better. Oh, there you go. There you go. But yeah, man, Jiefang CA141. What do you guys think? You guys like this guy better, or do you prefer Dion? I'm not going to transform Dion on camera. I've done it on the other video. But yeah, which do you prefer? Homeboy or Homeboy? I think both of them are great. And yeah, they're good pickups, quite affordable. And if you like what you see, you can pick them up at AliExpress and use the codes that you see in the description and in the pinned comments and stuff like that and save yourself a little bit of change, buddy. That's all I got. Talk to you later. Peace, love. Bye-bye.